Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Yes, boy, it is early. It is very early this morning. It's Sunday, November 22, 2020. And I awakened not too long ago. It's about 3:25 a.m. That's right, 3:25 a.m. about. Yeah, I have my computer on in my bedroom. And I mentioned that because sometimes, having a device on will influence the type of dreams. Hey, yes, I can. Just on time. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm just opening up my eyes, and I want to share some visions. Yeah, nice, nice. I'm glad you're doing good, I see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to get down these visions that I had. And I also had dreams also, so I hope I could remember everything. Yeah, so let me try to get it down fast before I forget. Well, as you see, it's very early in the morning, and I had a vision earlier, and then I fell back to sleep. So this first vision I had was some time ago. Yeah, I went to bed early. Yeah, I love going to bed early. Once it gets dark outside, my whole body just kind of shuts down. I just want to crawl in bed and get all cozy. So let me begin before I forget. Well, I was in a deep sleep, and when I awakened the first time, everything seemed to flow quickly. I was very relaxed. I didn't even really think. Didn't really think. It just went through one thing, the dream state, and then awakening, and then I went into the vision. And it's, how did it go now? Okay. Um, the vision was, let's see, above me. Well, what it seemed like it would be above me. I see a doctor. I see it was a man, an older looking man, 50s, 60s. He was slim, slim build. Um, he had wrinkles on his face, but he looked healthy still. And his hair was cut short, and it was mostly white. It had some dark strands in it, though. Yeah, I think it had some dark strands, but it was mostly white, but not like bone white. Like some people have that very white hair. It wasn't like that, but it was predominantly gray, 75% gray, something like that. And I see he has something. Oh, I think he's wearing a lab coat, a white lab coat. And let's see what else. He looked like he has like a smile or a smirk on his face. He was very alert looking, very alert. And he has in both of his hands that device. I've seen this before in the other visions that I get with this. The device was very long, and it had like these handles on it. So it's like a long shaft. And like maybe midway it had like I think a ring, a metal ring around it so you can actually aim it and move it about. Yeah, because it was a long device, 8 feet long or something. It seemed long. And it had these things attached to it. Yeah, this is just my monitor that's on it that you can see in front. Yeah, I had to point it at something, this camera. I'm not going to point at myself. Yeah. Oops, brother. Something these, let me get rid of that. Sorry, something's on the screen. Oh, brother. Trying to get rid of this. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's an old computer and it wants me to update the software. But I just have this computer in my room just to look at videos. I'm not going to do anything with it really. Okay, my apology for that. Yeah. So on this long shaft, this device, um, it seems as though this device is pointing at me. And I'm seeing this doctor or scientist, whatever, one of those type of a scientist, typical European slash white person scientist. And he's pointing this device. Now, what this device sort of looked like at the base of this shaft was like a ring. The ring could have been maybe 2 inches in diameter. And above all this ring is some type of paraphernalia of some gobbledygook. It had just things attached to it. Some of it looked like that feathery looking thing that I often see a lot. Like it's branched. It's it's light in color, and each branch had these little prick, like these long. Let's see. Um, like think of it like the tree branches, like the branches come out from other branches, things like that. Now these were light in color, and each like main branch had leaf. Now imagine each leaf like it was flat, narrow, narrow like a quarter of an inch in width, and the length of each leaf could have been maybe 4 or 5 inches long, and it's it just looked weird. I don't know what they serve for, but I think it's that. Yeah, like yeah, it's light in color and it just branches out. Good morning, viewer. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Yes, I'm in my room right now, my bedroom. I'm just waking up. I just want to tell my dream, my vision first, and if I can remember my dream. Um, yeah, you can say hello in the chat room. So, yeah, I remember seeing that. That was towards the top portion of the shaft that's being aimed, what it seemed to be at me. So I'm down below on the target, and this device is above me, like towards my face, where my face would be. And yeah, I see this doctor looking down at in my direction and moving this shaft device and moving it up. Yeah, because I saw it was moving, so it's like a video almost. You see movement, and it's moving up and down. You know, yeah. So only the base part really moves. Like a nozzle, and then it's trying to. I felt when I saw it, when I saw what was happening, my interpretation. Again, there's no audio. There's no audio. Um, but I felt like this is a device that's to make me go back to sleep, go dormant. It's not, it doesn't want me to know what's going on. Oh, I'm trying to remember other the other thing about the shaft that was pointing at me, what seems to be pointing at me. It was clearer than usual. That's another thing I want to make sure I get on this. It looked fairly clear. It was more detailed to it. It just had other stuff on the shaft. I just really remember the ring, the base, because I feel that the energy or whatever what it is comes out from that ring. I mean, I didn't see anything project out, but I think some type of frequency comes out through that ring on the base, and it was a flat ring, light in color, almost white in color, and again those branch thing was like an off-white cream color, and then it had something else. I wish I could remember. I remember at the base of the shaft, the opposite end of me, was a circle, I think a circular ring, a circular disc, because I think that's where what it's attached to. The device is attached to that base, and it was light in color. It could have been white. That's all that I can remember the details about it, and that the doctor or scientist was holding it around that area, and he's able to maneuver it on the subject below. And it seemed like I was the subject at the time. Very interesting. The doctor, I wish I were better with faces. He didn't have any facial hair, no facial hair, but he had a full set of hair on his head, wearing like a lab coat. I don't recall any name on the lab coat, but he was very aware and very deliberate at what he was trying to do. Yeah, that was really, really interesting. Um, yeah, it looked healthy. He was just older. Um, very scientific, scientist type, a stereotype white scientist or European scientist. And yeah, small. Oh, I'm trying to describe the face though. Not sure what color his eyes were because he was really high up for me to really see detail. But I remember he had a lot of creases in his face because he is older. Full set of hair, cut. I think it was like a fluffy type hair. Trying to remember. It might have stood up maybe an inch. So he had full hair, full set of hair. Uh, yeah, that's what I remember about him. Yeah, he had like this look like he wants to get done what he wants to get done on what seemed to be me or the subject. Yeah, I'm wondering when I saw this, I was glad that it was clearer. I was able to see more detail, and I think because it's my dream or my sleep state just just smoothly went into the vision. And I said, wow, it's pretty clear. It was clearer than usual, I said to myself. That's all that I remember with that. That's all that happened. And I don't remember any other detail. I didn't see a lot of the room because I was really preoccupied with this shaft that's pointing towards me and he's moving up and down. Yeah, very deliberate what he was doing. And then I fell back to sleep. And I did dream. Oh, what was that? It was a weird dream. Let me get the dream that I had. Um, I I was in a I was outside. Um, it looked like New York City where I was, and there are a lot of American blacks, just regular black folk. And it was a little it was a cafe. And I remember going inside. I think there's someone was saying that some of my family member was inside. I think my mom and my brother was my older brother was in there, and another family member. Oh, what was that? I remember looking around um, the the cafe. I think they said at one point they allowed me to go. Oh wait a minute, I almost forgot something. Yeah, I think there was people standing around. Relatively young people. Seeing those cafes. It was a small cafe. The front. It was a small and quaint, old-fashioned cafe. Um, I think it had tile floor. I forget, but it was very quaint. And but I hope I'm not mixing different things together. At one point, I, s- um, brother, I think I'm mixing dreams. I remember at one point, um, they allowed me to go behind the desk, where you place your order, and I was on the other side. And that's what I was thinking. Oh, some family members are here. They had something earlier. There were nice tables. Um, yeah, there were like rectangular shaped tables. I think two of them were right next to each other. Um, it was kept nice. It was more spacious in the back. It had more tables in the back. Um, Actually, nice it was. And I think some of my family member came out, and they looked younger than their actual age. They were when we were younger, considerably younger, uh, in our 20s. Yeah, because I think, yeah, I saw. I just remember one of them, one of my family members, and yeah, he was very young looking, as I could say. But I remember at one point, um, it was up front. I wanted to order something, and yeah, yeah, um, there were animals, uh, wild animals. Brother, I hope I can remember what they were. I know there were three different types of animals. One was, I think, a what do you call it? A lizard of some type. What could it could have been a what do you call it? They have it in iguana. It could have been an iguana. I forget, but it was a lizard. Another one could have been a mongoose, and there was some other animal, and they were eating up it. Oh, one of them was looked like one of them I think got in the case, window case. It had stuff inside, and I think there was two of the animals in there. And the store clerk ran and um, got, I think it might have been a cheesecake in there. So he had to get the things out because now things are contaminated because the animals were in there. So he's trying to be proactive. He was a white fellow, um, 30s, 40s, slim. Nothing really extraordinary about him in appearance, just a regular, uh, relatively young white fellow. looked like a local guy, he was silent. He never said a word, at least at this point. And I remember he was taking some of the stuff out of the case. I think the animals ran out. Yeah, the animals were attacking each other. And we started screaming. Yeah, I remember the different animal. They were like I think at one point someone was talking. They were distracted, and it was like a little innocent little animal. It was something really innocent about it. It could have been a baby animal of something. I forget what it was now, but it was a babe, a small little thing, and the other animal ate it. I said, "My God, yeah, I've never had a dream like this." It reminded me of the Caribbean. I used to live in the Caribbean, and the animals seemed like things that you would find in the Caribbean. Oh, there it goes. My screen just, look at that. My screen just went frozen. I'm sorry about that, guys. See, every time. I don't know why this is happening, but it seems, yeah. Let me know, guys, if you can still hear me. If you can hear me, then I'll continue. Just type a letter 1 for yes that you can hear me. Okay? Please do so right away so I know if I need to just restart this stream again. Yeah, I apologize for that. This keeps going on. So you see, when I was talking about the animals devouring, it did this. I didn't think that's anything really important. Yeah, I see the counter still going on. Wow, I can't stand this. And my phone is completely charged, so it shouldn't be an energy issue. Well, it's happening. Yes, please type a 1 for yes if you can hear. Okay, so that was about the cafe. And the cafe, it looked very real. It was a lot of detail in it. There were no people in the back of the cafe. No one sitting there, but they had seats, and it looks more special. The up front looked very, very old fashioned, very bare, but in the back it had a lot of more detail in the dining area. Uh, yeah, there are a lot of people around, and I was waiting outside initially, and someone had banged into me, walked into me, and the girl, it's a black girl. She said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." She meant it. She didn't mean to bump into me, and I thought nothing of it. Yeah, there was a crowd outside, waiting to get in, but there was a lot of black people, and I think inside there were, yeah, the customers inside were young black people. Could have been like in the 30s or something like that. Then I awakened. I remember I awakened, and I had another dream. Yeah, I was in it looked like a bathroom, and there were bathroom stalls, and there were black people there waiting online. I remember one was, they were dark complexion. One was an older woman. She could have been in her 60s, and she was, I guess, like the monitor. And there was a relatively young black woman, heavy set, with a stroller. And they wanted, I didn't, even though I'm up front, I didn't want to be the first one in the stall. There were several stalls. And the woman behind me with the baby stroller, she would say, "I'm not going to get in that one, that stall." And there was something, at least in my thoughts, when she was saying that, and I didn't want to get in. It was the first stall, And I just, no one wanted to get in the first one, that because it was the first one. They were all small, the stalls. And I remember the lady, the black woman monitor, oh, I think she said something. I forget, did we have to get vaccinated or something? It was something that they wanted us to get done. And we had to go in the stalls. It looked like, a bathroom stall, Forget the details, but the thing was, no one wanted to get in the first one be, because it was the first one. We were waiting for um, the other ones available. And they all looked available. We just, it seemed as if we didn't want to be, I guess, considered the first ones in the stalls. I don't really know why, but that's what it was. But I just took notice that, all the people, they were black American folks. Many of my dreams don't have black people in it for whatever reason, even though I'm a black person. But I'm just making mention of this. It seemed it was casual, um, just regular folk. And I don't know why we're there really. But I, I think they wanted to do testing or vaccination on us or something. That's all I remember. And then I think I woke up finally, and then I had the last vision. The last vision was, yeah, this part. It just glided in from dream state, and then I woke up, and the visions of this was it almost like it was so, like you see it wobbling a little bit, almost like when you ever look in a pool and how the water moves a little bit, and you can see the base of the pool, and almost looks like it's moving because the waves, the water in the pool is moving. That's the sensation it looked like, but it wasn't any water. But that's the feel that it had. And what I saw was the ground. Um, it was floor tiling, like ceramic tile floor. And I've seen these tiles before in other visions. Yes. Um, I hope you guys could hear me. Yeah, I see that boy, I just hope it's still on. I'm just going to keep on going. Almost gone. Uh, almost finished. Yeah, so tell me, folks, the screen that you see, it just turned black with this a scramble on it. For whatever reason, it's doing this. But just let me know if you can still hear. If you can hear, I'll just continue. Either way. Um, yeah, brother, I see the numbers still going, but the screen is frozen. Okay, so this last vision, I saw, um, what is that? I saw this tile floor, and it was white tile floor, and it was the same type of floor that I had that my folks had in the house in the bathroom. It's like a white tile. Um, I think 5 or 6 sided, just one of those standard old fashioned floors. And it slowly started to get clearer, clearer, clearer. And let's see, yeah, the floor got clear in color. And I noticed that some of the tiles, the little, each little tile, so some of them were missing. And they were filled in, I guess, with putty or something throughout it. I guess in doing repairs, and it was throughout the floor. And the floor seemed to be an older floor. And then I remember at one point, um, It was a rectangular shape, like the tiles were missing. Like I guess I assumed that they were doing a repair job, and about maybe it might have been like a foot long and 9 inches in width, and all those tiles were missing, and it was like a sandy color base. And then it grew in dimension. This rectangular shape got broader and broader, and it was a still, that light brown color underneath. And there was some. It looked like something was etched in, but by this time it was faint. I couldn't see the details. And I saw other parts of the floor. I don't know what the significance of these tiles. I'm wondering, thinking back on the other visions that I had in the past, is this the same person? Was I like a carpenter or something, construction worker? Or am I seeing through the eyes of someone who does construction work? Because I keep seeing these tiles. Why am I always staring at the vision, just looking at tiling and floors? Some of the floor tiles look old, very, almost I think ancient. And a lot of them are the white tile floors, like the one that I grew up with in my folks' house. And that was my visions and dream. Yeah, so I apologize, folks, for the bad reception. Yeah, can't stand when this happens. But this is very telling, I think. Um, Interference is being done. Information, people don't want you to get information. They want to harass. They want you not to be informed. They want you discouraged, so you go away. That's all what's happening, I think. Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with my computer. That's what I was shooting as a focal point, and no interference with that. But there's interference here. Okay. Um, yeah, it is what it is. So that is the dream and vision. My feel about it. Um, the dream itself, being in the cafe and the little animals, it seemed very real. That it was a real place. Um, Interesting that family members were in there, and it looked like in the city, where near where I live. Yeah, but having animals in there, mongoose, some little, and they're wild animals, and they were actually attacking each other. They were devouring themselves, and we were all panicking and screaming. They were all ladies in there, young ladies, black women. It just had a feel like, look, outside it was, looked like where I live, like on 9th Avenue in the 30s, 30th something street. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Late 30s, 40th Street on 9th Avenue, that section there. Uh, yeah, as for the tile, oh, the bathroom stalls, I used to always get dreams about the bathroom stalls when I was in the militaries. Used to have dreams, recurring dream, the same dream, uh, being in the military, and something about bathroom stalls, uh, dressing rooms. I have no idea what they mean. But in those past dreams, it's always a feeling of anxiety in not knowing where my locker is, a feeling of loss. But in this one, I didn't feel lost, but we didn't want to go in those stalls in that first one for whatever reason. And they were all, it was civilian life, and they were very narrow. That's all I remember about that. Um, the scientists, just a stereotypical uh, older looking fellow with, had uh, the light, the gray hair, very full, about an inch high, jacket, the lab coat. He was very deliberate, and he wanted me out. Because I woke up and I'm seeing him. This is the first time I ever saw a person with the device. I've seen the device before, but this time it was more detail. I got to see more than I was supposed to see, I gather. Yeah, because all the other times I saw the feathery thing, branches, and I just pictured those branches that it wanted to camouflage what was going on. But I think in actuality, um, at least with this, it was, I think, like serve as antennas or something, you know. Yeah, it was a lot, it was very complicated looking, this device. I wish I could remember more detail, but it had a lot of gadgets on this shaft, long, long shaft. Yeah, I'm determined to find out who these creeps are. Yeah, remember, guys? I think it was last year. I had the dream about the lady scientist. Hey, how you doing? You on Fort Jackson? Oh, what? Okay, I'm glad you can hear me. What branch were you on? Were you in the Navy or Army or whatever? What branch of service did you do? Yeah, yeah. Sorry for this interference. The screen froze again. But yeah, I'm determined. Yeah, like I was gonna say, I saw. Um, okay. Oh, it was retracted. Camp, but your message was retracted. What branch were you in? And I'm not doing the retraction. Just to let you know, if you did it, that's fine. If you needed to retract something, or edit something, I'm not doing it. I'm not retracting. But yeah, I think it was last year. I was very, very lucid in this dream, and I saw a white female scientist. She seemed younger. I mean, she didn't have like the gray hair like this guy. Um, she could have been in her 50s. Her skin was smooth, but she had a mature look about her, and she was on the heavy side. And her hair was short or it was pulled back. Don't remember. But she spoke though, and she had a heavy European accent. Um, I believe, like I saw on the internet a movie, I was watching a video, and there was this college professor, and it was the same type of accent, and that college professor um, was Dutch. They're from Holland. That is a Germanic country. So she had a voice like that, very, very educated sounding, very formal, and she wanted. It was so weird. Um, I think she had a microphone. Like it was almost like an overlay. I saw her. Uh, I think she was wearing regular clothes. I don't think, I'm not sure if she had a lab coat on. I forget what she had on. And but at the same time, I saw she was trying to frighten me. There was like a two. If you ever saw a virtual reality game, if you had the goggles, when you look at it straight on, it looks 3D. But when you look at it on an angle, you see that the image is actually very, very flat. And that's what I saw. And that's when I realized, hey, this is someone is using this device on me, I feel. Yeah, it was a device being used. And the lady scientist was saying, the thing was, what I was watching was a tiger. Is those the animal, those large cats with stripes? I think it was that. Yeah, I think it was that. And it was growling at me, "Rawr," like that, real big. And that it was to eat. The lady said, "Let it eat me." The lady wants me to submit to this thing and allow this thing to make me think that I'm actually being eaten up. I think this lady wanted me to die or make me think that I was dying. It's about total submission. And it came over me, this tiger, whatever, and I said, "Oh my God, am I dead? Is this what death is?" And then I think I woke up. Yeah, it was very, very real. It seemed very, very real. Yeah, hello viewer, hello viewer. Yeah, I apologize for the screen. The count. A lot of people think that nothing's on. I just hope, I just saw camp on, and Camp. Let me know what service you were in. You said you were in this particular camp, but what branch? That's what I meant to say. What branch of service did you serve in? Let me know. Yeah, I did the Navy. So um, so I guess I'm curious about these scientists I'm seeing, and there are always those European white people scientists. The lady wanted doing was able to project a 3D image at me, but I saw it on an angle, so I could see it's fake. It was fake. It was flat. But she was trying to scare me and manipulate me. And then today's vision, seeing a male scientist in a lab coat, very official looking. He was like, had an intense smile on his face, like, yeah, I'm going to get her. Yeah. I wasn't supposed to see, but I'm seeing more and more. I'm seeing more and more, and I'm glad. I want the secret out. We're being messed with. I think I don't know whether it's because I was in the military. I don't know. I discovered meditation in 2014 and just kind of kept with it. And one day, like, I was too lazy to get out of bed to do the meditation. So I said, hey, let me just do it in bed. Or when I wake up from a sleep, let me just do it then. And that's what happened. And that's when I really started seeing things. Yeah, 2017 when I started to actually see places. 2017, so that's 3 years ago. Yeah, it was early in 2017, so it's actually going on 4 years ago. So, yeah, these are the things that I saw. Sorry for the screen. Yeah, yeah. So I really hope it got the audio in this. Okay. Yeah, so I may have to do a second video if this doesn't come out right. Yeah. So I'm getting closer and closer, I feel, with the information about what's going on. When you're asleep, sometimes you're being messed with. You have people who are able to tap into your mind, or if we're in a parallel universe, parallel world, things are being done, but you'll be able to see in between, when you're in between states of sleep and awake. That is the prime time for you to see in between, and you'll be able to see what's really being done to you. That's what my opinion is. Again, I don't know definitively what's going on. So that's my story. That is my story. So yeah, I've been on for a while now. Yeah, I got out what I wanted to get out. Um, I'm not sure what this all means, but let's keep on keeping on, okay? Take care, guys, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.